justification. We have decided to make two types of pesticides. The first is in an infusion of lavender, and the second is a mixture of tobacco and the white soap. We chose these two signs to help to solve two plagues that we saw more common between the plants and the houses of people. The infusion of lavender helps to prevent or eliminate ants. Among the house we saw and the many ants were present, and the if industrial pesticide were used if there was more problem. For example, there are had to be cleared to be a good time in the area where isn't applied, and it was also expensive. For these reasons, we decided the first lavender pesticide. The mixture of tobacco with the wheat soap and help to eliminate worm for plants in the different house. We appreciate that the problems what worms appeared often, and the people did not want to use industrial pesticides because they did not want to have residues. With these two pesticides, we want to reduce the pests already mentioned without causing damage of affecting people economically. Besides wanting to help financially and help with health, we want to contribute to the business wanting to help financially and help with health issues. We want to contribute to the damage of the planet in the terms of pollution. The pesticides that are used habitually harm in the everytime in a very big and remarkable way. We want to reduce and contamination with the help of our pesticides. For these reasons, we have decided to make these pesticides hoping to achieve and the objectives.
Background of the project. Importance of organic pesticides. Agricultural productivity is key to ensure food demand, since it can be satisfied at an affordable price, and crop protection formulas help increase crop productivity and yield. Things as small as insects can significantly reduce crop yields and quality, even kill them in a matter of hours. Organic insecticides help minimize this damage by controlling the pest.
Importance of organic pesticides. The use of pesticides saves two-thirds of agricultural productions, with the manufacturer in better food reserve worldwide. Pesticides present a source of work a large number of people, not only in the agricultural sector, but the chemicals industry. Some benefits of pesticides are focused on the control of diseases such typhus and yellow fever. These production alternatives promote health care and the protection of the everyone, since they avoid the use of synthetic agrochemicals with applied in the traditional crops. The model of organic productions, the combustive on the conservation of biodiversity and the biology activity is of the soil the possibilities. They offer the promote regional problems. They reduce and the new to the chemical products. Very often we tend to forget and before the creation insecticides plants and their own chemical mechanisms of the protect against pests. Insecticides are less harmful on the plants and the animals. It is an impressible that the organic cultural and the hard cleansing and the instringing
Social impact of organic pesticides. It will achieve a welfare to society such as health. By implementing this type of products, the economy of people will stabilize as they are more accessible to the general public. It will improve the agricultural crops. With these alternatives are offered to producers whose lands and crops have been affected by contaminants present in pesticides and conventional chemical fertilizers. Economic impact of organic pesticides. Pesticide poisons and diseases in humans are clearly the highest price paid of all the use of pesticides. Therefore, if the process to use more organic pesticides will not affect our health or that of anyone, and a part will help more to our pockets because they can be made in the same house using natural materials as we mentioned above. Ecological impact of organic pesticides. The impact of pesticides on agricultural ecosystem has shown that these products influence the diversity of species, the food chains, the energy flow, nutrient cycles, genetic of organs, and in the general the stability of the system. On the other hand, the lack of knowledge regarding the use of pesticides and the adverse effects to this human health and the environment, as well as the desire to improve crop yields, have led agricultural producers in the world to mismeasure the chemical products will have the risks that this means. Ethical impact of organic pesticides. When implementing the use of organic pesticides, we will not cause so much social, ecological, economic damage, and that from a certain point can serve use to have a better moral, since we are saying for a welfare of all, and not only of the fact of wanting to end with a plague and all cost of not empathy with everyone and everyone, so that nothing and no one runs the risk of being affected. Observation. We appreciate that there is a plague that affects house plants a lot. Worms are very common and is totally destroys the plants. We want to remedy these facts. We observed that the plants were eaten by this insect. The plague was not very large and still caused very remarkable damage. As soon as we realized this problem, we set to work to end the plague. Formulation of the question. Does tobacco really work together with white soap to kill worms? What is the combination of tobacco with white soap?
with tobacco. Materials: water, tobacco, soap process. 1. As the tobacco is going to crumble, empty it in a deep container. 2. In another container, the soap was watered with the cheese accreting technique. 3. Later we will empty the tobacco in the container of the sprinter soap and we will revolve them. 4. When it is already stirred, a little water will be added to make a go stir. Once everything is well mixed, it will be left to rest for 24 hours. After time, you will see a medium pasty consist. 6. Then a liter of water was added. 7. When pour water into the mixture, it can be seen that remains of tobacco remain as shown in the following image. 8. They have to be removed so a trainer and a container were needed. After adding this material, we will proceed to remove all the remaining tobacco. 9. And this will be the result. Now you will not have loops. 10. So since the objective of this organic pesticide is to exterminate some plague with worm, we went out in search of a plant that had hit. We were helped to defend this tree in which we applied the pesticide. Before applying the pesticide on that tree we looking for a much smaller plant. We applied it, but the weather was very hot, so it made the plant dry and consequently the plague was finished. We apart from the first pesticide to another, this one has the objective of ending and plagues. Plaguicide of lavender. Materials: lavender, water. Process: 1. Mainly a mixture will be made between the materials that will be lavender and water. 2. In a pan pour the mixture, the pan and the stop to start boiling, and so the lavender can leave all its properties in the water. 3. After 5 minutes, following the leaves will be removed because the lavender has already left all its properties in the water. 4. In a bank we will make holes so we can strain the residue of lavender. In this way, when the water is transferred to the atomizer, it will no longer be covered and will allowing its proper use. 5. Once ready, we'll go to look for an until to apply the organic pesticide. 6. They begin to see that the ants take out there, for becomes they feel invaded and flee to find another home. 7. We continued spraying the until after 2 days, and the ants completely left that until.
The first reaction to the ants was to panic. They ran everywhere. Then they began to take the food out of their anthill and transported it to other places. Day 2. Results. The decrease of ants was noticed. Some still entered the anthill as if the pesticide had not been applied. Therefore, we decided to apply again. The reaction was the same as one day. Day 3. There were approximately 10 ants, but they did not enter until they were only close to transporting food to a new anthill. To make sure there are no more ants left, we apply again, without any reaction. Day 4. Results. Definitely, there were no more ants until Jorge told us that he left food on purpose and did not see any ant.
Conclusion and result. We conclude that organic pesticides are the best option for all society, the environment and ecosystem. Favors the economy of people because it is much cheaper and is environmentally friendly, since it does not contain chemicals such as inorganic pesticide. This product will not cause damage to our health, which is perfect for use, so there will not be many poisons. We are very satisfied with the result that our pesticides have used, since there was very significant reduction of the plague that we wanted to affect. We know that this will make a drastic change in our environment, and this will work better in of people begging to be aware of the benefits that this type of products could offer. We hope that you put into practice that we present you before. Sincerely, it will be a great change for humanity to start applying organic pesticides. If I put lavender on the hands, they all die. If you put soap with tobacco, the worms only decrease. If you put organic pesticide, not all pests die.
Ethical reflection of the project. Ethics is responsible for studying good and evil and their relationships with moral and human behavior. What has to do with organic pesticides? Pesticides do good the humanity and the environment, since it helps reduce pollution. Then the ethics of studying good. And never studies the benefits of organic pesticides. Ethics goes a long way in this matter to achieve the definitive implementation of organic pesticides, so that everyone can release the goods they make of advance.